Hey man, this is Chilly Billy Howell on the moon today. It's Friday, it's 100 degrees without the heat index. I think it's running 120 with the heat index. Anyway, it's a hot day, but I love it out here. And anyway, it's good to be back on my home lake after a few days on the Mississippi River. But thinking about Timshel today, T-I-M-S-H-E-L. And it was a word that Steinbeck wrote about in East of Eden, which I think is one of the greatest novels I've ever read, one of the greatest ever written. And Timshel comes from a Hebrew word. It's debatable exactly what it means. But in the book, Lee, this Chinese man who studied Hebrew, is explaining the process or the thoughts behind Timshel. And Timshel basically is just a word that means we have a choice. When sin is crouching at the door, we don't have to just play into fate and determinism, that we have a choice about what we do about it. And it comes from Genesis 4:7, after Cain is jealous of Abel when they gave their offerings to God, and God didn't accept Cain's. And he told Cain, he said, basically Timshel, that you have a choice. Sin is crouching at your door, basically with jealousy or envy. But you have a choice, and if you do what's right, you'll be accepted, and if you don't, it won't be accepted. And a lot of people interpret Genesis 4:7 as God said, "Thou shalt," which is a command, "Thou will," which is a promise, or Timshel, which is "Thou mayest," meaning you have a choice. And it's just, I think about it every day. I read War and Peace this year along with East of Eden, and in War and Peace, Tolstoy takes more of a determinism view of history. Napoleon was supposed to invade Russia, but I think you look at Steinbeck and his thoughts, that he looks more at free will. And you got free will on one end. It says you can basically bootstrap your way out of anything. Determinism, saying everything's already set. And then there's something called compatibilism or self-determinism, that things are against us but we still have a choice. And in reading the Bible every day, I believe that we are given a choice. Even though God reaches out to us first, then we accept Him. But it's important, I think, that we realize that we do have agency and free will. And every day with my resentments and my sins, I've got a choice to do the right thing or not. So I want to keep applying agency with God's help. Cheers. Y'all have a good day.